back. Uh, uh, Wait a minute, time out here. My paperwork. Uh, well, uh, Something that this happened. That happens all the time. We always. I apologize. My paperwork is all messed up and things are not doing too well. I'm trying to get things organized. I've been disorganized. Uh, a lot of things have happened to me. Uh, uh, Alright. Come on, guys. I'm really trying to find my paperwork. Oh, here it is. Where's done? Oh, here it is. Uh, this is say yesterday on Spin the Wheel. We have a new women's champion in Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose won. And who helped to win? Dakota Kai is back. She hit her with a shovel in the back is not where it is. So that's what happened. We have new tag team champions in Imperia. Um, a lot of things happen, and I want to say that things did not go too well for WWE. Before, I didn't know this organized for some reason. I don't know what happened. That's how it is. Again, I want to apologize. Yeah, things happen to me a lot. Like I said before, we have these kind of team champions, things and stuff. So, things are going rocky and things are going great. The thing is, um, I write things down. I put them where I can find them. Sometimes it happens. Oh, I know where they are. Duh. over there. Okay, okay, let's get started. Triple Breast Stairway to Hell. Toxic Attraction became the new tag team champions, and they did it with fashion. Oh, spin the wheel, make the deal. Joy Joy Gacy won his primary match. Common Man, pick your poison. Strong versus Odyssey Jones. Yep, he beat Odyssey Jones. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Uh, Trick or Street Fight. Yeah. Spin the wheel. Yep. Spin the wheel. And Chucky's Choice. Yep. Raquel Gonzalez lost to Mandy Rose. Dakota Kai came back for vengeance, and she used a shovel. That's how she lost the match. Well, it's a street fight or disqualification. You know how matches are. Or disqualification, anything goes. It's same old ride. You know, same thing. Lumberjack, Lumberjack O'Lantern. When Lumberjacks around the ring, yep. For the NXT Tag Team title, you got it. Imperium got the belts against MSK. MSK went, yeah, sad. Yeah, what's not sad is Ciampa retained his title. It's the same old. The old Vince McMahon um, thing. You know, it just happened all the time with professional wrestling. Vince McMahon took over and ruined everything like he did before. You know, that's Vince McMahon for it. Uh, and 3 weeks prior to that, Jungle Boy lost to Adam Cole, baby. Hero is lost his TNT championship to Sammy, you know, and Matt Sadell and his brother lost to Cody Rhodes and Lee Thompson. With that one, John Moxley and Eddie Kingston defeated Bear Country. That's another match. Orange Cassidy and Dark Order defeated the Hardy Family Office. Everything is hunky dory in Atlanta wrestling, but not the wrestling I remember back in the 1960s, 70s, 80s. You have the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair. That's a match. Dusty Rhodes versus Tony Blanchard, Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, Abdullah the Butcher. Dusty Rhodes is the class act wrestler of our generation. He knows how to have himself in the ring against all competitors. That's professional wrestling. The Bonerics, Fever Feud. Remember that one? Classic, classic, classic. Victory Vera, Raul Mata versus Scorpion and Goliath. That's a classic match. The Infernos, the Hollywood Blondes. Those are classic matches of the 1970s, of the early, mid, and late 1970s. Victory Vera versus John Tolos in the hair versus hair match. John Tolos turned heel. You guessed it, Raul Mata. Some of the great wrestlers back in the day, the real wrestlers. There's these title matches for John Tolos versus Ray Bassi. Bassi loses, he loses title. Right? That's That's what. Yeah. And now the wrestling I remember back then was always the best. You have to look at the concept. You have to look at what's going on. But when you have to remember that wrestling is just not just wrestling, it's a way of life. The classic wrestling was a way of life. Yeah, yeah. And Houston is still up 5-2. I have a feeling Houston is going to win. Now, here's something good. Houston lost yesterday. Now, they're going to make sure they're going to win. I have faith in Houston. My family's from Texas. Don't get me wrong. I love the Braves. I love the Braves. My family's from Texas because I got to root for Texas. That's part of my family. My brothers are from Fort Worth, so it's my mom. So that's the way it is. I got to root for the team, for the home team. Yeah. Houston Astros. Ladies and gentlemen, you're from Houston, you're from Texas, you're from Tennessee, Louisiana, you're from Texas, you're from Fort Worth, you're from Houston, Paris, root for root for the Astros. I'm saying this again. Root for the Astros, the hometown team. Root for them. They're the best team. I know I'm from Los Angeles. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's root for the hometown team. And that's Houston. Houston Astros. Let's root for the Astros. Let's hope they get them. Let's pray they win. Hey, now, let's get back to things that you know, remember. Okay. Back in the 1950s and 60s, there's no ladder match. Know why? We did ladder matches. Why ladder match? To win a championship. To become number one contender, you have to win a title. Like you're the U.S. champion, you go against the world heavyweight champion. That's how it's supposed to be. People make matches. You're saying we're gonna have a four-way, or we're gonna have a triple threat for the tag team belts. No, this is not the way things happen. This is professional wrestling, not the 1950s, not the 1950s, the 60s, 70s. When you win a title, you're the number one contender. If you win a champion, you're the number one contender. That is wrestling, not this mumbo jumbo you see here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, wrestling is wrestling. Excuse me. High school wrestling, college wrestling. When you're here, you show you have guts. But you show you have guts, you can make it in the sport of wrestling. I talked about the ones. Andre the Giant, he is a legend. He went to every federation there is. Like, remember I talked about Victor Rivera, Raul Nada, and all the rest? Those are legends. But when Bishop Man bought from his father, he ruined the whole concept. That's why I say NWA is the main attraction of professional wrestling. I said. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I say it one more time. Let's root for Houston. You're from Texas. Root for Houston. Root for the Astros, baby. Let's give the Astros tie this series. I'm Edison G of the EFR Podcast Radio on HAPS TV. Thanks for listening. Have a nice